We just got back from the Rubicon. This car is not usually, or not as dirty as it usually is, but definitely going down the road and going around through the mud and stuff like that, we come across a lot of dirt and grime. And what I use to get rid of that stuff is this super clean foaming, I guess, solution, which we call it. And Super Clean reached out to me. They gave me a few little products to try. And what we have here is we have our Super Clean foaming, which is what I use, an all-wheel cleaner for not only these beautiful wheels, but that too. That's we're going to use that. We have an aerosol can version and a Super Clean, your regular normal degreaser, and these all work great. And like I said, today I'm going to be using this foaming, which I usually use a light ratio, which means like basically like 10 to 1 or whatever it is, you know, just a very, very minimal amount. As you can see, it is a little bit opaque purple. So I have a pressure washer. This is basically a foam cannon. So the foaming spray and the foam cannon gets this thing all soaked up and foamy. And we're going to go through it right now and show you just what it does. Not only to the outside, we're going to show you the engine compartment, just because there's lots of grease, stuff like that, and I'll show you the before and after. So stay tuned and we'll get right on it. All right, so now that we got that foaming spray on there, I went ahead and wiped it down basically with this guy right here. And like I said, normally when we go out, we have lots of dirt and mud and all kinds of stuff everywhere. So if you have a pressure washer, it really does make a huge difference, and it helps you get all that crap out, because there's so many nooks and crannies in these side by side. So I suggest, if you own one of these, invest in a pressure washer. I don't have anything big and fancy. I have this little Greenworks that I got, I think from Lowe's, $100. It works good. I use it for my screen printing, so whenever I do these shirts, I use that to pressure wash the screen and stuff like that. But now that we got all that solution on this car, let's go ahead and wash it off. Look at that. Super Clean's got these SCR Motorsports doors looking so good. I can't believe it. I mean, no more dirt and grime. Look at that. It's all good to go. She's all clean. She's all degreased. No more road grime, no more salt, none of that stuff from the snow. And she's looking great. Ready for those Instagram photos that you guys love so much. And this is all I used today. I mean, I used this Super Clean foaming stuff, and this is their full line. Their full line of stuff that they have. I'm sure they have more products as well, but this is what was given to me. They have their aerosol Super Clean, their wheel cleaner, and their regular degreaser. Not to mention, guys, what I didn't show you the very first time was this floor absorbent. This stuff works so good. It's almost like wood shavings. So when you open it up, it looks like wood shavings, and it works so good. Let's open it up for you. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Looks like wood shavings, and it works so good. I spilled a quart of oil that was used oil in the middle of my floor in the garage, put that stuff on it and let it sit for like an hour or two, and I kind of just messed it around a little bit, and it worked out so good. The stain's no longer there. It picked up every little bit of it, so I am stoked on that. So like I said, all I did for this car now is I used that Super Clean foaming spray, rubbed it with this guy right here, and rinsed it off, and it looks great. Now let's I told you guys I was going to show you is the engine compartment. Engine compartment is where it gets a little bit dusty, a little bit dirty. It sits down under there, so you know, dirt collects and grease and all that stuff. So let's open that up and get to that. Stay tuned. So now that we've got this whole bed taken apart, as you can see, all that stuff, all that oil, grossness back in there. This is the real test right here. You know, the car was a little bit dirty, but it wasn't filthy, not like it normally is. So this part is dirty. Now all we're gonna do is we're gonna get our super clean and just spray it right on top. You know, and like I said, you should honestly use this stuff diluted. You shouldn't use it fully, but since this case right here, it is a little bit grimy, it's pretty bad, we're just going to use it straight and see what happens. What happens if you use it, if you go ahead and use it just straight as you normally would out of the bottle like this, constantly, just over and over and over again, all those rubber hoses and bearings and different things that are in the car itself will eventually lose grease. It'll lose the oil in it, and it will basically start to disintegrate. This stuff is strong. It is a degreaser. It's a very strong degreaser. So now that we've got this thing sitting, like I said, I've sprayed, and this is just their normal regular degreaser that you would find. You can find this stuff, like I said, at AutoZone, O'Reilly, Walmart, any of those places, they all have it. Let it sit for a second, and like I said, you need to dilute this a little bit. I'm using it straight, but you shouldn't really use it straight. You can use it straight if it's really heavy, harsh applications where you're getting a lot of dirt and grime and stuff like that. In this case, an engine compartment. But all these rubber hoses and stuff like that, all these wires, if you use it with a lot, with full strength, it could eventually start to corrode that stuff. It basically takes out all the oils out of the rubber and all the oils out of the plastic and dries it out and cracks it. So I don't suggest using it like that all the time. I would maybe use a 50-50 ratio, or maybe like a 60-40, you know, 40% this, or even 20% if you want a light application, similar to what I did for the outside of the car. Because if you use that stuff on the outside of the car for a long time, it'll turn these plastics brittle and stuff like that. So you don't want to use it all the time, and if you do, just use a very, very small amount. All right, so now that we've got that stuff sitting there for a little bit, we're going to take our pressure washer and just go ahead and give it a little scrub. Wow guys, really? That came out so clean. The whole car just looks so good. And I mean, all I used on the engine bay was this super clean, the regular degreaser, and it looks like it did from the factory, and that's amazing. I am so pumped on it. Look at this. So good. Check it out guys, super clean. You can find them at superclean.com. You can find it at any auto parts store, Walmart, all that good stuff. And as always guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on these videos. More cool stuff. Hopefully partner up with some companies like Super Clean, like I did, like right here. And as always guys, you can find our merch at shredstoked.com. I'll put it right down there, shredstoked.com. We have our merch up. Finally, the website just went down, so I'm pretty excited about it. SCR Motorsports doors, scrmotorsports.com, rugged radios, save 10%. Use our code Rugged Stoked 10. Rugged Stoked 10, right down there. Check it out. Save 10% on your next purchase. Every little bit helps, right, guys? All right, that's gonna do it for me for this video. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and so much more coming for this guy. I'm so excited. So many more videos to come. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Stay tuned.